Alright, yeah, I thought we'd go back to the Scottish people being Scottish. I've jumped forward a few because a lot of them was turned into like American top 5 things Americans like about Scottish people and whatever. Where to be honest, do you know what I mean? You, we're here for the Scottish people, really. But yeah, let's go.
Where do you stay? Where do you stay? Where do you stay? I was singing a song about yous, I wasn't shouting. Right, so I can't sing a song about yous. How's that offensive? Right, we love the coppers. How's that offensive? Right, shit, right, go away then. See you later then. See you later, go. Right, I will. Right, see you later, PC pod. No, I mean go. Right, catch for that. Right, go. Right, go. Right, catch it, no, you'll be gone. Right, see you later. Bye. 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 See you later, go! You're causing a nuisance. 2 metre distance, bro.
People don't realise, mate. You can go into a gaff and there's guys there and there's gear, right? If you go into a gaff with the guys when the gear's in the gear and the gaff and guys there, right? Birds are always going to go with the guys with the gear, right? But what you need to do is get yourself away from the birds with the guys with the gear and the gaff. And get the bird back to the gaff with the gear. When the guys are not there, and when the gear and the gaff and the guys are not there, the bird's obviously going to do what you want in the gaff when the gear is there, when the guys in the gaff and the gear. Simple as that, mate. I don't know why people make it look complicated and shit.
This is me going up the hill.
That's Scotland's Andrew Tate. He just told you how to get girls in that. If you didn't understand him, that is how you can get girls. But like, I think a lot of what he said, because basically it was a lot of gear, coke, gaff, girls. But I'm pretty sure, because he was just going at one point, I don't think all of them was in the right order. But if you go in the gaff with gear, and there's girls. The girls in the gaff are gonna go with the guy with the gear, but the I mean, he's not wrong. And why are you making it any more complicated than that? He's not wrong. But yeah.
Beat shifts your fours, eh?
Right, troops, what's happening? We're getting a pure...
I said I think in the last one. It's like the Lee Evans joke in Scotland. Where it's actually probably his best stand-up as well, the Scotland one. But when he says, you go somewhere in Scotland, you go uphill, you go home again, you fucking go uphill again. He's like, that makes sense.
Right, troops, what's happening? We're getting a pure good scran tonight. Absolutely Hank Marvin. So we've got pizza here. All this for Papa Grill. All this for £16 with 4 cans of juice. They gave us cheesy garlic naan bread. We asked for garlic bread, but we move. It's alright. Then we've got a spicy chicken pizza. Absolutely class. Banging scran. Then we've got chicken pakora and potato wedges. There we go. Bob's your uncle and we'll be having pots of joy. Happy Saturday.
Who did that? Look, you've got a fucking hanging out your mouth. Who fucking ate the meal? Mate, I can't take you serious with that hanging out your fucking mouth. You're a bad boy. Bad boy. Look at you, all fucking on the defence side, cause you're bad.
That's half wasp.
So I've just seen a wee video from a girl that I follow on here saying that the Romans conquered Scotland. And she's wrong. I don't want to offend her, but I'm going to try and be quick here and tell her exactly why. So the Romans actually reached as far as central Scotland and set up camp building the Antonine Wall that stretched from Ayrshire to about Edinburgh, but they didn't complete it. It took them about 20 years to build and they were chased away by the locals from Clydebank. I know this because I went to Golden Hill Primary School and they're very proud of their local history. Golden Hill Primary School's built on top of the Roman ruins, so there was part of the playground that we weren't allowed to run on in case we fell through the ground. But they received too much aggression from the locals. It logistically wasn't the best land to be working on, and the locals kept intercepting all their correspondence and supplies from Rome. So they headed back down south set up garrison at Hadrian's Wall and gave us the term Caledonia, which means unconquered land to the north.
Yeah, there's a joke. Is it Al Murray? Who's got the joke? There's a reason why the Romans built Hadrian's Wall. Yeah, I can't remember whose joke that is, but there's a reason why the Romans done that. And that's the other thing as well. When Scottish people and Welsh people and Irish people, well, not Irish people, not that, Welsh and Scottish, where they say that they're the real English or like the real natives of here. It's like, yeah, only because the Romans killed all the people that was in England. Like, yeah. But yeah, that's as well, if you watch Game of Thrones, that's the wall. Because it's basically the Game of Thrones map is set up, it's all based on British history, Game of Thrones. It's like all the names, it's all the same thing. But yeah, that's the wall. Obviously, there's not wildlings and White Walkers. I mean, in a way. But yeah. I can't remember. Let me know whose joke is that, but there's a reason why, the Romans built Hadrian's Wall.
A road rage, Scottish edition. I'm going to show you how we do it. Why are you up Mars, mate? Like, why are you up Mars? It's 20 mile an hour. You can't get any closer, you're going to get me pregnant. Fucking, what are you up to, mate? Chill out, lad. Fucking drivers. Aye, we know. Go, it's a green light. What the fuck, you waiting on a parking ticket? It's a green light, you fucking inside out Vimto bar. Fucking move. Jeez. Somebody want to let me out? I've been here for 3 days, man. Somebody fucking let me out. I'm going to start paying rent in my car if you didn't let me out. Fuck me, man. Fucking honest to God. Teeth like burnt porridge. Fuck's sake. Fucking goths in the middle of the street. Fucking move before I take the canny monster and volley it right off your... Hard man, yeah, well pull over then. Pull over. Face like a stuntman's knee. Pull over. Right, we'll see then. We'll fucking see, Davy boy. Get fucking over. We'll pull then.
Are you wanting food?
What?
Fucking hell, are you wanting food?
What's the options?
You're fucking not, it's no Just Eat.
Who are you talking about, you fat mess? You better watch yourself, I'll come down there and knock fucking you.
Mate, I've not seen anyone else get it like that for some reason, right? It's just all the time. I can't do anything right on here. It's like, oh, Richard, you're baldy. Oh, Richard, you've got a nose ring, you must be a goth. Oh, Richard, you've wore that hoodie 5 times this week. Oh, Richard, you should donate to charity. Oh, Richard, you do donate to charity. You should keep it secret. Oh, Richard, you've got a gold car. Stop fucking showing it off. Oh, Richard, you've got nice watches. Oh, you don't need a watch to tell the fucking time. You've got a phone. Do you know what I mean? Get off my fucking knob. Give me 5 minutes peace.
Do you know what? I don't know why people... But I don't know if anyone's ever come across Danny G. He did a... not Darren G's brother. That different Danny G. But he's done a few Sean Atwood podcasts with Sean Atwood. But if you tap into his YouTube world, all it is people troll, like people, and it's like I watch him and the rants he does, and he says it doesn't bother him, but it clearly does. It's like, just stop answering them. Don't, like, people are literally doing it just to get a reaction out of you, right? Like, you're literally sitting there for hours going into this and that, and it's like, just don't. Yeah. But honestly, look up Danny G. If you put in, this shows you how badly he gets, like, trolled. If you put in Danny G, all that comes up is trolling channels to do with him. Like, his channels don't even come up first. All the other people that just clip him and basically make fun of him, and it's like, yeah, check out it. I don't know how he's still sane. I really don't. But yeah, let's carry on.
So this is the Magic Watch, right? So an example of the Magic Watch is I was in a bar the other night. I walked up to this bird and I'm like, how you doing and all that? I'm like, I tell her my Magic Watch. She's like, no, how's it magic? I'm like, it tells me stuff about people. She's like, so what does it tell you about me? I'm like, wait till I look at it, and I'm like, see if you've got any knickers on hen. She's like, nah, that's wrong, I've got knickers on. I'm like, oh fuck, that's 20 minutes fast.
I've got you, Cash. Here's a wee song I wrote about this lovely stuff, Buckfast tonic wine. There's a remix out there as well. It's called Out My Tits. Sing along if you know the words. Started off as a Friday night romance. You touch my lips and make me want to dance. I've tried to stay away from you more than once, but your sweet seductive taste has me in a trance. Oh, sometimes I think that I'm above you, and other times I hate how much I love you. Grab you by the neck and I put you to my lips. Oh, you taste so sweet and you get me out my tits. Oh, you taste so sweet and you get me out my tits. Oh, you taste so sweet and you get me out my tits. Out my tits.
So, apparently when another Scottish person comes across your TikTok and realises that you're Scottish, they'll follow you and support you because that's what a Scottish do.
So we've been out driving, right? Right. And obviously we've gotten a bit of bother, and my mum had to say to the police, because obviously the police pulled us over, right? And she was like that, oh, we're going to get my mum, my mum's fell down the stairs, like we need to rush back and get her. And they're like that, well, it better be that. And we're like that, well, aye, it is. So they're going to follow us back to the house. So do you want to like, lie at the bottom of the stairs or something, so that when they come in and they believe us and we don't get a COVID ticket?
But she'll need to have the phone in her
Aye, you'll need to have the phone in your hand and the door will need to be open, Gran. Right. Right, go, right, bye.
Right, mind and open the door, Mum.
Mind and open the door. Are you alright, Gran?
Are you alright?
Gran. How gullible are you?
How's it 51 because it's in the top domestic part.
Hey there, you in a sad face.
I'm no
Come
sad.
on to my place and
I'm
live
no
it
sad.
up. You beside the day.
So you had a history of cheating, as far as I'm concerned.
To be fair, the fact that that is as friendly as it is, Celtic Rangers, yeah. But yeah, I couldn't think of anything worse than being either side of that beef, surrounded by the others when the others win. Yeah.
So you had a history of cheating, as far as I'm concerned, with this person. But we were on and off that often that it was fucking toxic. So, I'm going to out myself here. So once I'd had my suspicions, I asked him if he wanted to go for dinner. So we went for dinner. I got him pushed, and then I grabbed a case of beer on the way up the road. Obviously he thought, oh, his fucking Christmases had came early. And I just made sure he was pure paralytic. Like, anytime he was finishing a beer, I was like, oh, ka-ching, there's another one. Drink up. And waited till he fell asleep steaming, and I used his fingerprint to get into his phone. And he had messaged loads of lasses over like the past few weeks, and not one single person replied to him because, well, he's an ugly bastard. And obviously I found a few sus messages to the person that I thought, and I just phoned her, and obviously she cracked the fuck up and told me everything. So
if you're Scottish, stick around. If not, piss off. Are you Scottish? Yeah? Are you Scottish? Okay.
A little bit.
I just want to say something to you. Are you ready? There's no English people around us. Sure.
Aye.
Just you watch some Welsh. Sneaky they are. Anyway, I want to tell you something. Only if you're Scottish though, yeah? You're definitely Scottish, yeah? Okay. Yo, you guys now take some fucking banter, man. I did a joke video about, like, Scottish women headbutting people and shit. And you guys fucking took that and ran with it. I have had literally no hate from that video whatsoever. Loads of Scottish comments. You guys are legit fucking awesome. Accept me as one of your own, please.
That's the thing, because I'm English. Like, I wouldn't call myself British, like, or from the UK. I just wouldn't. Like, I'd say I'm English because I never lived in Scotland, never lived in Wales, never lived in Northern Ireland. But the truth of the matter is, I tested my DNA, and I have I have the basically it's the English, like I think it's French and German barbarians that kind of found their way to England when England was, well, before England was England, but that's where the Anglo-Saxon side of it comes from. And I've got yeah, Norwegian, obviously, from the Viking invasion. Still, I've got a lot of, which is surprising for how long ago it was, but it shows you how much of an impact they had in conquering here. But then it's like, yeah, do you know what I mean? They're like, take your pick, really. Scottish, Welsh, British. Like, I will say it's like a lot of it is the south of England. But I suppose that's kind of more recent. Like, I guess my family and bloodline kind of. But that being said, like I say, it is that although it says kind of this part of Britain, like the part I'm in now, but yeah, it is British really because it's like it's got Scottish. Well, although I've got Welsh, I think my mum's um nan or whatever. But that's what I mean. All these countries is too close to not have. But actually, yeah, the Anglo-Saxon of the barbarian tribes that kind of found their way here, where the Anglo-Saxon side of it come from. Yeah, I've got that. But then, like I say, it's kind of that, and then everything else. Really, they're like, yeah, just kind of take your pick. Really, it's all the same shit. All the kind of Celtic things. But yeah, I got Scottish. But like I say, it's not precise Scottish. Although, like I say, the Welsh is there. But like, if you see the map of where my DNA is kind of prevalent, is yeah, Scotland everywhere, Ireland everywhere, all round this bit. But then yeah, I have the Anglo-Saxon English. But that being said, yeah, it's like I think you have to be like only outside of Britain would anybody refer to someone as British. Like if I saw a Scottish person, I wouldn't say, "Look at this great British person." I'd say they're Scottish. If I heard a Welsh person, it'd be a Welsh person, or Irish. Do you know what I mean? I would never think that it's. I'd never say it's like Scottish person's British, and I'd never call myself. I think that's kind of because there is like even Scotland, Wales, all of it. The upper class kind of have that non-accent, right? That's probably the British, what you could say is the United British. But in terms of the actual people, it's like I had the Scottish person say about um the royal family, or like yeah, England forcing everyone into a kingdom. But it's like if you're gonna break like saying that only the royals wanted, which that is true. Like English people really aren't that fussed, really. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not important that we're all our idea. It's not. But also, if you're going to blame, if because like the Scottish person was like, yeah, the royal forced into a union for the royal family, basically. But if that's true, then don't blame the English for that because they're German. They're like Saxgarbens or something like that. Saxgubens was their name originally. They changed it during the war because it'd be a bit. Do you know what I mean? Might get British people a bit iffy if you're fighting Germany and your royal family's German. But that's what I thought when someone commented. I was thinking, If it's a union all united for the royal family, then it's not English people, is because the royal family's German. They're not English. They're not there, which is kind of crazy in itself. But that's the thing. If you trace Scottish people like blood, my blood, everyone's blood is going to go back to, well, if you are British, it's going to go back to either the Celtics that was already here or the Anglo-Saxon and the Celtic um, races. But the actual royal family, you can follow like their family from all the way across the world. Like every major power in the world is that they were like their family was the head of it. Like you could follow them all the way across the world where they kind of landed in England. So yeah, I did think that. So if you can't hate the English for forcing you into a union if it's the royals that did it. Because they're German. I hate the Germans. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.